is a movement like we've never seen in the history of our country.
Wisconsin is Trump country.
And that's what this fight is all about. We're taking on the failed political establishment and restoring government of, by, and for the people. It's the people. You're the people. You won the election.
We love this country. We love Donald Trump.
Promises made, promises kept.
We support President Trump.
This is epic.
Donald Trump is our president!
With every last ounce of heart and hope and sweat and soul, we are going to make our stand. We are going to stand for liberty. We are going to stand for justice. We are going to stand for freedom. And we are going to stand for the sacred rights given to us by the hand of Almighty God. You joined our movement, the greatest movement in the history of our country. You protected your family. You defended your dignity. You recaptured your destiny. And you took back your country with that great election 2.5 years ago. We are one united movement, one united people, and one United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
You have always been loyal to this nation. Now you finally have a president who is loyal to you. Every day between now and November 2020, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Damn. Donald Trump indicted yet again, ladies and gentlemen. This shit is getting insane. Absolutely insane. We knew this one was coming. This is from the Georgia District Attorney. And this one's just laughable. So we're going to listen to Fannie talk about the indictment, her press conference. You know, you gotta do it all. You gotta have the big press conference and blah blah bullshit to make it. You know, when you're trying to get recognition and make your moves. So let's start off as we normally do and say hello. Hello, dog mama. What's up, Fiery? What's up, Thor? Sean, what's up, buddy? Gonna use Rich Men from Richmond as a closer? I don't know what the hell that is, but sure. What's up, Greedy? Yeah, there's no question that they're gonna try and I feel like she's gonna try and keep him in jail, in custody until this all goes down. So that would be interesting too. All right. So here is Fannie. And you notice the banner's not the usual. Just saying. So here's Fannie giving her big bad press conference.
Individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act.
What's up, Beers? Good to see you, buddy.
Through participation in a criminal enterprise in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere to accomplish the illegal goal of allowing Donald J. Trump to seize the presidential term of office beginning on January 20th, 21. Specifically, the participants in association took various actions in Georgia and elsewhere to block the counting of the votes of the presidential electors who were certified as the winners of Georgia's 2020 general election. The indictment alleges that rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result. Subsequent to the indictment, as is the normal process in Georgia law, the grand jury issued arrest warrants for those who are charged. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023. Do I intend to try the 19 defendants in this indictment together? Yes.
I have not. I'll look it up. So this is the oh, there is a pimp. No worries on that one. So here is the Fulton Superior Court. There is so much wrong with this indictment. One, as somebody said, and I believe it's Thor, but I don't want to get that wrong. I could look, but I'm not going to. So somebody said about his bail. So based on the readings, they're going to try and keep him in jail for 6 months until the trial. Because of the RICO statute, they're going to try and say that he's a flight risk because of his criminal organization and keep him in jail for 6 months. I don't see that happening. Yes, it is 98 pages, Fiery. 98 pages. 160 counts. But I haven't read, so I don't know for sure. Oh, it was Fiery. Okay. Indictments were released prior. And there's an interesting thing. I thought they were, and I could be wrong on this, but we'll get to that. Fantastic. Maybe. So here's the indictment. The state of Georgia versus Donald John Trump, Rudy Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall, Kenneth John Cheeseborough, Jeffrey Bossert Clark, Jana Lynn Ellis, Ray Stalling Smith, Robert David Shealy, Michael A. Roman, David James Schaefer, Sean Michaels, Micah Tresser Still, Stephen Cliffgard Lee, Harrison Floyd, Trevian Cootie, Sidney Powell, Kathleen Latham, Scott Hall, Misty Hampson, aka Emily Misty Hayes. What the hell? Okay. So those are the conspirators. 19 of them. There's also she wants to try them all together. She wants to try to do them all together. So that's interesting. Yeah. What's up, Shenny? Of course it is. This is all a ploy, so he can't do it. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna parade him. All right, so here are our counts. Trump is 1, 5, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 27 through 29, and 38 through 39. I don't know why they did it that way. Just whatever. Violation of the Georgia RICO Racketeering and Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Ricada. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, both of them are bullshit, but I'm gonna go with Ricada. Absolutely, and yes, it is. All right, so I saw that. I saw that. Welcome, Wessica. Solicitation, a violation of oath by a public officer, false statements in writing, false statements in writing, solicitation. I don't know why I can't say that word today. A violation of oath by a public officer, solicitation, a violation of oath by a public officer, false statements in writings, impersonating a public officer. I wonder who got that count. James Schaefer, Sean Still, and Kathleen Latham. Absolutely. This is your state fast. Conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer, forgery in the first degree, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, false statements in writings, conspiracy to commit false statements in writings, attempt to commit filing false documents, conspiracy to commit filing false documents. Well, I think that's absolutely the case. This is exactly what's going to happen. They want MAGA or Trump or conservatives or right or blue, green, purple, pink. They want us to do something stupid so they can take more rights away. Oh no, you got to take it. We have Flint and Saginaw. Got to take the cities. I forgot where I'm at. Conspiracy to commit filing a false document, forgery in the first degree, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, false statements in writings, conspiracy to commit false statements in writings, criminal attempt to commit influencing witnesses, criminal attempt to commit influencing witnesses, criminal attempt to commit false statements and writings, solicitation of a violation of oath by a public officer. Hey, what's up, pilot? I cannot talk today. I apologize. Yeah, I saw that. I might play that. Such a waste of time. Worry about cocaine in the White House. America's going downhill. What the hell's wrong with people? President Biden doesn't know what the hell's going on. Yes, the whole thing is just a complete shit show right now, and not a good one. But welcome, Holly. False statements in writing, false statements in writing, false statements in writing, filing false documents, solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, false statements in writings. There are so many of these. Especially when I can't remember where the hell I stopped. Influencing witnesses, conspiracy to commit election fraud, conspiracy to commit election fraud, conspiracy to commit computer theft. Yeah. Conspiracy to commit computer trespass, conspiracy to commit computer invasion of privacy, conspiracy to defraud the state. There's that word again. Can't say it. Solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, false statements in writings, and perjury. These are just all the I assume their paperwork where they have to sign it or whatever. So I thought, I mean, if it gets there, yes. Yeah, that's true too. And they already shot down Trump's being televised. So I thought that grand juries were supposed to remain sealed for the most part, especially in something like this. But there's your list of grand juries. The holy shit, Vladimir Chikharov, and they say we're colluding with the Russians, and they put one on the grand jury. What kind of bullshit is that? They did already shoot down cameras for the Trump specific one. I know that for a fact. Hey, what's up, Light Rain? No, this one, as far as this grand jury and this one, I don't know, because obviously this indictment just came out, but for the federal ones, yeah, they shut down cameras. Oh, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. So here is all the counts, table of contents. We're not going to go through every one because it's ridiculous, but a couple of them are interesting. So this is RICO, racketeering and influenced and corrupt organizations. This one is a really tough sell. Really tough sell. Sometimes they're released, sometimes they're not regarding grand jury stuff. Okay. I just assumed you'd want to keep something like that private, but oh, exactly, AP. What's up, buddy? But they threw a ton here. Introduction. Defendant Donald John Trump lost. Well, not so far. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, this one just came out, so it's very possible that they will. Okay, cool. Yeah, then I would watch. I'll probably cover it with everybody else. Lost the United States presidential election held on November 3rd, 2020. Well, see, I don't know that that's a true statement. I don't know that that's a true statement. One of the states he lost was Georgia. Again, it isn't even the fact that he lost. All he has to have is the intent to not think that he lost. And there was some crazy shit going on, and I don't think it's that far-fetched to think that, I don't know about that. So, Trump and the other defendants charged in this indictment refused to accept that Trump lost, and they knowingly and willfully joined a conspiracy to unlawfully change the outcome of the election in favor of Trump. Stacey Abrams still hasn't conceded. Just saying. Two or more acts of racketeering activity in Fulton County, Georgia, elsewhere in the state of Georgia, and other states. Well, you can't. You have no jurisdiction in other states, so you have to prove that it specifically happened in Georgia, I would think. And again, not a lawyer, just going through this with y'all. Okay, cool. Here's the criminal enterprise that they speak of. There are 30 unindicted co-conspirators. The enterprise operated in Fulton County, Georgia, elsewhere in the state of Georgia, including but not limited to Arizona, Michigan, where's Here, well, before I taint the jury pool, why don't we just poll it? I can't talk and type at the same time, so. Federal, Michigan, Arizona, let's see, and I feel like there we go. Where's the next Trump indictment? Is it federal, Michigan, Arizona, or Pennsylvania? Hey, what's up? I'm not Obama. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Manner and I know. That's why I brought it up. So, manner and methods used by defendants and other members and associates of the enterprise to the further goals of the enterprise and achieve its purposes included, but were not limited to the following: false statements to high-ranking officials, I feel like there's another one coming. Oh, I got a dog too, and I get you. Creation and distribution of false electoral college documents, harassment and intimidation of Fulton County election worker Ruby Freeman. Falsely accused Fulton County election worker Ruby Freeman of committing election crimes in Fulton County, Georgia. These false accusations were repeated to Georgia's legislatures and other Georgia officials in an effort to persuade them to unlawfully change the outcome of November 3rd, 2020 presidential election in favor of Donald Trump. So, saying a false accusation, wouldn't that rise to the... Yeah, I don't. Whatever. Solicitation of high-ranking United States Department of Justice officials. I won't forget. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat, dude. We got a French bulldog. And he's a handful. Solicitation of the Vice President of the United States. And we know Pence is going to flip. Notably, his name wasn't on that list. So, Cuck Pence probably already flipped and gave testimony. Unlawful breach of election equipment in Georgia and elsewhere. See, this elsewhere, and again, not a lawyer, but that is elsewhere is way out of this bitch's jurisdiction. So, access secure voting equipment and voter data. One, when you run for office, you get enormous amounts of voter data. Yes, indict Pence, but they won't because he flipped. He flipped and turned, stateside. So, yeah, he's a good pup, but he's full of energy. Obstructive acts in furtherance of the conspiracy and the cover-up. filed false documents, made false statements to government investigators, and committed perjury in judicial proceedings in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere in furtherance of a cover-up and conspiracy. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not taking it seriously. I think it's totally legitimate gas pump filling commercial probably took him out of the running, but let's hope. So here's the acts. On or about the 4th day of November 2020, Donald Trump made a nationally televised speech falsely declaring victory in the 2020 presidential election. I don't. Did he, though? I don't know that that's accurate. Approximately 4 days earlier, on or about October 31st, 2020, Donald John Trump discussed a draft speech with an unindicted co-conspirator, Individual 1, Mike Pence, whose identity is known to the grand jury, that falsely declared victory and falsely claimed voter fraud. The speech was an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy. So 4 days before the conspiracy took place, he already started the conspiracy. On or about 15th day of November 2020, Rudy Giuliani placed a phone call to unindicted co-conspirator Individual 2, whose identity is known to the grand jury, and left an approximately 83-second long voicemail message for unindicted co-conspirator Individual 2, making statements about concerning fraud in the November 3rd election in Fulton County, Georgia. The telephone call was an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy. There was fraud in Fulton County, Georgia. Shit, I probably just got indicted. On or about the 19th day of November 2020, Rudy Giuliani, Jana Ellis, Sidney Powell, unindicted co-conspirator Individual 3, whose identity, blah, 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 appeared at a press conference at the Republican National Committee headquarters on behalf of Donald John Trump and Donald J. Trump for president, and made false statements concerning fraud in the November 3rd, 2020 presidential election in Georgia and elsewhere. These acts were blah, blah, blah. So basically, whatever. On or about the 20th day of November, David Schaefer sent an email to the unindicted co-conspirator Individual 4, whose identity is known to the grand jury and other individuals. In the email, David Schaefer stated Scott Hall, a Georgia bail bondsman, has been looking into the election on behalf of the president at the request of David Bozzi, and asked unindicted co-conspirator Individual 4 to exchange contact information with Scott Hall and to help him as needed. Okay. Sorry, I had to go up and read the comment. Last, I think this is a dangerous game. No, this is not just politics. This is not just politics. This is way past politics. Yeah, they're indicting fucking everyone. Fast. Literally everyone that touched anything. And I know that. In places like Michigan. On or about the 21st day of November 2020, Mark Meadows sent a text message to U.S. Representative Scott Perry from Pennsylvania and stated, "Can you send me the number for the speaker and the leader of the PA legislature? POTUS wants to chat with them." So he, still being the president of the United States, cannot speak with legislatures? I mean, there's so many. So this is all just for the RICO charge, which is a tough one to prove. I'm not going to read all of it. Like I said, I'm sure count only half the electoral votes. So on or between the first day of December 2020 and the 31st day of December 2020, Donald John Trump and Mark Meadows met with John McEntee and requested that McEntee prepare a memorandum outlining a strategy for disrupting and delaying the joint session of Congress on July 6, 2021, the day prescribing the law for counting votes cast by duly elected and qualified presidential electors from Georgia and other states. The strategy included having Vice President Mike Pence count only half the electoral votes from certain states and then returning the remaining electoral votes to the state legislatures, which is your constitutional right and how it's done. Let's see. Yeah, I think I addressed this already, but yeah, it's terrifying that it's terrifying. Yeah, but I haven't seen anything here that he broke any law. I haven't seen anything here that he broke any law. You're allowed to do this kind of shit. This is 4. So this one I think is incredible. On or about the 3rd day of December 2020, Donald John Trump caused to be tweeted from the Twitter account at Real Donald Trump. Georgia hearings now on OAN. Amazing. This was an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy. So him tweeting a media company to publicize it was unlawful? Yeah, we're a constitutional republic. Constitutional republic. We've never been a democracy because democracies don't really work in this big of a country. False statements and writings, blah blah blah. See, I don't get how the Dominion voting systems equipment used in November 3rd, 2020 presidential election, Antrim County, Michigan, mistakenly recorded 6,000 votes for Joseph R. Biden when the votes were actually cast for Donald Trump. That was true. That 10,315 more dead people voted in November. Well, I hope that we get to see these actual numbers and there's actually proof, and that the state of Georgia doesn't stonewall and not let any of it out, because I don't know that any of this is not true. And again, it's not overtly if it's true or if it's not true. Hey, thanks, Dog Mama. Thanks for all you do. Mighty me, proud member. So again, it's not even the criminal intent isn't, and I know at least this much. I love how you thank yourself, Dog Mama. That's awesome. Oh, because they don't want their crimes out in the open. That's true. So he doesn't have to. This doesn't even have to be true. He just has to believe that the election was stolen, and we all believe that the election was stolen. Well, I can't say we all believe. A large portion of us believe that the election was stolen, or if it wasn't stolen, that there was definitely some funny business going on somewhere. I think we can all agree on that. I think we can all agree that there was definitely something funny going on here. I'm gonna end the poll before I forget about it. Where's the next Trump indictment? 38% of you say federal, 30% say Michigan, 23% say Pennsylvania, and 7% say Arizona. So I think Pennsylvania would be an interesting one because of the fact that it's at least semi-red. And that would be one of their, oh, well, it was Republicans who did it. So. Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it was actually stolen. It doesn't matter. But I think we can all agree, or a bulk of us can agree, that there was some funny business going on. There was voter fraud. There was, let's say, mistakes. There's all kinds of things that have been proven that did happen. So I don't know how they can allege this or even try and charge it, because these kind of things did happen. Yeah, absolutely. No, I would never, no matter who's flipping a coin, if something was riding heavily on it, no, I want to see the coin. Well, I agree, but I don't want to go that far and put words in everybody's mouth. Like, I think we can agree, and this is one thing that, Jesus, this this racketeering goes way deep. I think we need to find things that we can find common ground in, and I think for the most part, we can find common ground in that something funny happened in the 2020 election. Whether the stolen is, yeah, you believe that, I believe that, but I don't think that we pull as many people into our camp or our tent with stolen. I do if it was slightly altered, or there were mistakes, or there was overt acts to change votes. So, oh, absolutely, absolutely. '24 is going to be interesting. That's all I have to say. Act 56. So they went hard on this RICO. RICO is a bitch to prove. Yeah, exactly. I know, but Jonathan, it's about phrasing. Just that little difference brings more people in. More. I was going to say it was more important and brings people in, and it kind of melded together. This whole thing, this whole indictment is just RICO. RICO's the one that makes it so he can't run. So no wonder they're going so hard on that one. So we get one like this, and yeah, yep, I agree. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Damn it, Jonathan, I agree with you. I'm just trying to bring other people in. I'm much more eloquent with my words, too. But I'm much more eloquent with trying to think about. Yeah, I know. So false statements. Anywhere from 250,000 to 300,000 ballots were dropped mysteriously into rolls. Maybe. Thousands of people attempted to vote in November 3rd, 2020. No, you're good. You're good. 4,502 people voted in November 3rd, 2020 presidential election in Georgia who are not on the voter registration list. I thought that was true. Holy shit, they finally got them on something they can actually prove. That 904 people voted in the November 3rd, 2020 presidential election in Georgia were registered and added at an address that wasn't a post office box. That's also there were several. Ruby Freeman was a professional vote scammer and known political operative. I don't know Ruby. Responsible for fraudulently writing at least 18,000 ballots. I don't know that either. Close to 5,000 dead people voted, and I don't know if that's true. 139% of people voted in November 3rd, 2020 presidential election in Detroit. That's fucking true and provable, and I know it. That's what I'm saying. How are these false statements? I know the date's not. Thousands of dead people voted in November. Again, 10, true. Thousands of ballots have been dumped. Oh, they don't bring. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They don't bring in the fucking boxes that came into Kobo. I mean, this is, again, we're on page 54 and we're still in RICO. I believe. Unless I read that incorrectly. Unless these are just detailing all the acts, but I didn't think that was how it worked. I mean, this is just insane. No, racketeering. So these are all racketeering. Holy hell. That she didn't have any role in setting up efforts to access votes. Sidney Powell. So somebody did actually access the voting machine. Yeah. Uh-huh. They should have voting rights. Yes. That she had, quote, no idea. Isn't no idea not that doesn't seem overly specific as a statement. I have no idea. isn't that kind of like, I don't remember or I don't recall? Just for a few minutes? What's a few minutes? A few minutes could be a lot. Like, these are easily picked apart. And I understand this is just an indictment, but yep. So 71 pages. The acts set forth in the budget were committed in furtherance of the conspiracy alleged above and have the same or similar intent, results, accomplices, victims, and methods of commission, and otherwise were interrelated by distinguishing characteristics and were not isolated acts. So they have 161 acts. And what for the first 60 pages? Everybody is being threatened with legal action. Count 2. Rudy Giuliani, false statements in writing. Ray Smith, false statements in writing. So these are just very, very short counts compared to the other one. Hell yeah. And the grand jurors aforesaid in name behalf of the citizens of Georgia to charge and accuse Donald Trump with the offense of solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer. That if it's done correctly, they can. But we know that hasn't been truthful. So, 7th day of December, unlawfully solicited, requested, and inopportune Speaker of the House, Georgia House of Representatives David Ralston, a public officer, to engage in conduct constituting the felony violation of oath of public office, violation of oath by a public officer. Excuse me. By calling a special session of the Georgia Assembly for the purpose of unlawfully appointing presidential electors from the state of Georgia in willful and intentional violation of the terms of the oath to the person prescribed by law, with the intent of the person to engage in said contact contrary to the laws of the state, the order, and peace and dignity thereof. Can't comment on that. Hey, what's up, Para? Para's the new member. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Rudy Giuliani. I'm trying to just get the Trump specific ones, but I think she's gonna have one hell of a problem. I mean, this summer sounds good. There's still some left. I know. I can't comment on this one. Sorry. The previous one. And the jurors aforesaid name on behalf of citizens of Georgia do charge and accuse Donald Trump and 17 other people with the offense of conspiracy to commit personating a public officer. Wasn't Donald Trump up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the president of the United States at the time. So how is he impersonating anybody? For the said accused individually and as persons concerned in the commission of the crime, together indicted with unindicted co-conspirators in the county of Fulton and the state of Georgia, on and between the 6th day of December 2020 and the 14th day of December 2020, unlawfully conspired to cause certain individuals to falsely hold themselves out as duly elected and qualified presidential electors from the state of Georgia. Oh. Bullshit. I don't think he has balls. GOP controls the Georgia House and Senate. They can remove Fannie Willis from office. Kemp signed a bill. Huh. She should be. Should be. She's obviously trying to. This is a furtherance of her political career. And that's all it is. So, it's still uncovered for them. What a part of complicit. They're absolutely complicit. This is an overwhelming problem. It's no longer just the Democratic Party or just the FBI or just. This is all of them in collusion with each other. In my opinion, I don't know if I can say it. Yeah, fuck it. In my opinion, to commit treason against the United States. You're subverting the United States and the United States Constitution. I just don't think he has the balls to do it. We could do that at some point here. Due to commission a crime, unlawfully conspired with the intent to defraud. Oh, this is another electors one. Donald Trump. Yeah, this is all just electors thing. So this is very similar to Michigan. Certify electors from Georgia. Yep. Trump. Unlawfully conspired with intent to defraud to knowingly make a document titled Notice of filing the Electoral College vacancy, a writing other than a check in the manner that the writing has made purports to have been made by the authority of the duly elected and qualified presidential electors from the state of Georgia who did not give such authority and utter and deliver the document to the archivist of the United States and the office of the governor of Georgia. Shit. Mm-hmm. Well, at this point there is it is a destruction of the United States that they are doing with a great deal of intentionality. A great deal of intention. They are trying to break down and destroy the country, and likely what they'll do is what every Democrat ever does, create the problem and then come up with the solution. And they direct you to their solution. And that's how they get power and stuff like that. So, well, that's what I'm saying. So, I think she joined us a little bit late. So I'll just say it again because people have been in and out. It's a weird time. I get it. But so it doesn't have anything to do with whether it's true or not. And it very well is. And I could see a case for the fact that it is. It has everything to do with what was the state of mind of Donald Trump. Did he truly believe that this election was stolen? Did he believe that these things were accurate? Because we didn't know at the time. I mean, we did, but we didn't know at the time that any of these things were true or false. We all saw many things that were both. So was it a thing where he thought with certainty that this election was stolen? And I think that's clearly a yes. And that should dissolve every single charge in this document, in my opinion. Yeah. and I'll take that for a. I don't talk about it much, but you should be a quote prepper. In generations before us, that just meant that you weren't an idiot. But yeah, it's something where you should have food, water on hand. You should have a way to defend yourself, and couple other things. Because things are gonna get rocky. So well, the left here. I actually have quotes for or clips for both of this. The left are
Nazi fags.
and then the right are
Vagina.
so we can't get anything. Can't get anything taken care of. Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's the lower burden to prove is that we all know that it wasn't on the up and up, and it wasn't. There were inconsistencies or things that were incorrect with the 2020 election. It was not the safest and most secure election in American history, as they're trying to put. So, false statements. Trying to get to more of the Trump ones because I don't really care about these other ones. So here we go. Donald Trump and Eastman with the blah 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 for the said accused individual persons knowingly and unlawfully filed a document titled Verified Complaint for Emergency Injunctive and Declaratory Relief in the matter of the Trump contempt case in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Georgia, a court of the United States having. So they filed again. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but they filed something in a federal court, and you're going to charge Trump with that? Wow. Donald Trump and Mark Meadows. Second day of January, unlawfully solicited, requested, and impromptu Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, a public officer, to engage in constituting the felony violation of oath by a public officer by unlawfully altering, unlawfully adjusting, and otherwise unlawfully influencing the certified returns for the presidential electors in November 3rd, 2020, presidential election in Georgia, and willful and intentional violation of the terms of oath of a said person as prescribed by law with the intent of the person, blah, blah, blah. So I assume that's his phone call. Donald Trump and unlawfully made at least one of the following false statements and representations to the Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. So he made one of these? Is this like pick which one it is? We're not sure which one he made, but he made one of these. Again, some of these I know are verifiably true. Uh, 31. Here's where they're charging the attorneys. I thought this one was interesting. Unlawfully conspired to agree to willfully tamper with electronic ballot markers and tabulating machines. Huh. That one's interesting. Everyone who demands proof of the things I know for a fact never responded after I sent them proof they asked for. Yeah, absolutely. Because we don't teach sound argument or reasoning anymore. We just teach Bree, and they'll either give up or you'll look like an idiot. Storm's making you nervous? Well, stay safe, Bobby. I hope everything's all right, bud. Yeah, so this is holy shit. I'm not even gonna bring up that word. I don't get sued today. Yeah, this is all about those totally safe and effective voting machines. These are all Sidney Powell. Here's 38. Donald John Trump with the offense of solicitation of violation of oath of public officer. To engage in conduct constituting the felony offense of violation of public oath, blah, 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 by unlawfully certifying the election or whatever the correct legal remedy is and announce the true winner. Oh, my mouse. Ah, my mouse died. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Yes, please. F's in the chat for my mouse's battery. I got a new one. All right. We're back, baby. Sorry about that. In willful and intentional violation of the terms of oath of said person prescribed by law with the intent. Oh, shut up. Donald John Trump, false statement, 17th day of September 2021, knowingly, willfully, and as stated to you previously, the number of false or irregular votes is far greater than needed to change the Georgia election result. That's kind of, wasn't that kind of true? I know. We're fighting a war here, and we can't have batteries that die on us. Bastards. Hey, what's up, Josh? So here is the perjury count. And I guess they're not charging Trump with perjury? Huh. Assistant Chief and Investigator T. Swanson Lucas. Huh. That's what I'm saying. We'll tear it apart in front of its family with other batteries. Entire talk sounds like my best friend's dad when he's shit stupidity out of his mouth. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of the other way around. It's the entire left being a criminal organization to convict. It's almost like, and I wish I had that Peter Griffin trying to figure out math problems. You know what I'm talking about? When he's having a deep thought. It's almost like they accuse us of what they're doing. That's weird. Yeah, I know. they can accuse him of treason and working with a foreign enemy of the United States. But he can't say that accurate statement. It's insane. I don't know. There's one clip that I wanted to find, but I'm never going to be able to find the damn thing of the Georgia indictment saying that. Oh, yeah, here we go. I forgot they celebrate this. So maybe, remember this chick?
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie.
No, not this chick. This one. That's awesome. So we remember this chick, 4-person.
Did the grand jury recommend indictments of multiple people?
Yes, I will tell you, it's not a short list. I mean, we saw 75 people, and there are 6 pages of the report cut out.
So we're talking about more than a dozen
Matt's
people?
probably.
I would say that, yes.
Are these recognizable names that people would know?
There are certainly names that you
Should be able to.
Yes, there definitely are some names that you expect.
The grand jury forewoman telling NBC Today that the Georgia.
I probably. And here is last clip, and then we'll wrap this up because I gotta go do a couple things before tonight's show. Tonight's show is gonna be fun too. We're talking about the Hawaii wildfires and President Biden's response to them, including a fun tweet. So we'll watch this real quick, and then.
Tonight, where indictments have been handed up in the Fulton County 2020 election probe. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Christine Spiro. We know the Fulton County grand jury approved
I thought they
10
were actually showing
indictments in
it.
the 2020 election.
Damn it. I don't want to listen to you talk. There we go.
Only then will we be able to read who has been indicted and what those charges are. We have someone standing by in the clerk's office right now, and as soon as those do come in, we will bring them to you live. But until then, we're sort of at a status quo here. We're waiting for Fonnie Willis to hold a news conference to talk about the day's events. She'll hold that news conference just down that hall to the right there where she has an office. But until that happens, we're all being kept out here. And until that happens, she is not going to speak. She's not going to speak until these indictments are made public. So what will the indictments entail? There are several categories. One was that phone call that Donald Trump made to Brad Raffensperger, asking him to find 11,000 so votes. There's another
totally perfect
case
phone
involving
call.
Coffee County, where a certain number of Trump supporters went down to copy various machines and software from the Dominion voting system. And then, of course, there's the whole alleged fake elector scheme, where certain Trump supporters tried to hold a secret meeting at the state capitol on December 14th to submit their votes.
Oh, bullshit. We don't want to listen to you talk about anything. I got it. Tear it. All right. So apparently I've been missing out on something. I've seen this around social media, obviously. I have no idea what the hell it is. So we'll listen to it together. And yeah.
I've been selling my soul.
And I'll just end on this. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hope to see you tonight when we talk about the Hawaii fires. And I got some interesting things. So
Working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, north of rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.